Hello my darlings and welcome. In this video, I will be talking about the Welsh goddess Cerridwen. I want to share some general information about her and then talk about what she represents when she appears in your life in an oracle card reading. I've created this series of short videos to share each of the card meanings from my Goddess Wisdom Oracle app. The White Crafty One, the White Sow, the Great Mother Cerridwen, a Celtic goddess of inspiration, magic, and knowledge. According to Welsh lore, Cerridwen is a wise mother blessed with the skills of Awen, which is the name for a combination of three things: poetic wisdom, prophecy, and inspiration. She is the keeper of the magical cauldron, wherein she makes potions to help others. This cauldron is also said to be able to bring the dead back to life, and many wish to possess it. Cerridwen is a shape-shifting goddess able to take on various forms, and is also associated with herbology and astrology. In modern times, Cerridwen is honored and portrayed as the keeper of the sacred cauldron, as well as the goddess of transformation, inspiration, and rebirth. I will tell you a tale about the goddess. Cerridwen had two children, a girl who was beautiful and full of light, and a son who was ugly and malevolent. Cerridwen wanted to help her son, and decided to use her magical powers to brew a potion in her cauldron to make him brilliant and wise. The potion had to be brewed for 1 year and 1 day to reach its full power. Once it was ready, the boy would need to drink exactly 3 drops of the potion. During the year and a day, the goddess added 6 different herbs at the correct astrological times. And for the entire time, the fire had to be kept at just the correct temperature, and the potion had to be stirred at just the correct speed. The fire could never go out, and the potion could never boil over. And so it was that Cerridwen hired a young boy named Gwion to help stir the potion. On the final day of its making, while Cerridwen was out gathering herbs, an unthinkable accident occurred. While he was stirring, 3 drops of the potion splashed out of the cauldron, scalding Gwion's thumb. He instinctively stuck his thumb in his mouth to cool it, thus consuming the droplets and gaining the wisdom and talents intended for her son. Gwion realized that Cerridwen would be angry and would likely even want to kill him. So he used his newly acquired knowledge and skills to change form into a rabbit to escape her wrath. Thus began an epic chase. Cerridwen changed into a greyhound and took off after him. Then he became a fish and jumped into a river, and so she transformed into an otter. He turned into a bird, and she became a hawk. Finally, Gwion turned into a single grain of corn. Cerridwen shifted into a hen, and because she was a goddess, she was able to find Gwion and eat him without trouble. But Gwion still had the power of the potion inside him, and his life was transferred into the goddess's womb. When Cerridwen became pregnant, she knew it was Gwion and resolved to kill the child when he was born. However, when he was born, he was so beautiful that she could not do it. Instead, she threw him in the ocean, leaving his fate to the wind and waves. The child was eventually rescued by Prince Elfin. Elfin and his wife were childless, and they decided to adopt the beautiful baby. They named him Taliesin, and he grew up to be the greatest Welsh poet. In the Goddess Wisdom Oracle, the goddess Cerridwen represents skills. Cerridwen is the Celtic goddess of the moon, magic, agriculture, poetry, art, science, and astrology. Now is the time for you to be inspired. You are skilled and capable of handling the situation you're in. All of the tools and knowledge you need are at your fingertips. Cerridwen is not afraid to perform, as she has all the knowledge, talents, and tools she needs to succeed. And like her, today you will have single-minded determination and be able to focus on your goals and objectives. Inspired by Cerridwen, you can make things happen. If you feel like you don't have the knowledge or abilities that will help you succeed, Cerridwen is here to encourage you to learn. It could be time to take a class or training course. Search out the information that you need. In Celtic mythology, Cerridwen is the keeper of the cauldron of creation, and she uses it to brew powerful potions and even resurrect warriors from the dead. However, there is a cost to each of these marvels. Cerridwen would be the first to remind you that great knowledge calls for a spirit of generosity, doing work for the benefit of many rather than just for yourself. Cerridwen may appear during a time when you can mentor or teach someone else who needs the skills that you have. When Cerridwen appears, transformation is happening. Something is changing. In coming to you, Cerridwen is showing you that you have the skills to be able to make the changes you need in your life and to achieve your goals. This video is part of a series that focuses on sharing the card meanings from the Goddess Wisdom Oracle app, available for both Apple and Android devices. This video may not be an in-depth look at the goddess, but nonetheless, I hope you found it interesting and informative. If so, you may want to check out some of the other videos in the Goddess Oracle series. And if you'd like to suggest a goddess for me to focus on in a future video, please let me know in the comments.